Let's travel through Elven lands? I guess? I don't really know what I'm doing. Let's do it. Alright. Okay, we've got some snakes. We've got an elf archer. Okay. Whoops. I want to attack this guy. There we go. And let's attack this guy. Let's have Karen do pierce through. Or strike through. Oh well. Whatever it's called. Aha! Oh. Alright. Come on, Draco. It's time for you to... Massive fireball! There we go. One down. Hit him with your big old axe. Ow, poison. Bam!
Surrendered when they had the chance.
One down. Double attack. Take one out. Poison. Oh boy. Attack again. Attack! There's one guy left. Take him out with some continuous attacks and shiz. Hit him with a strong attack. Hit him with a magic missile. Bam. Bam. Victory! Experience points! Hooray! Done. The citadel was right in front of them. Loren walked towards the legendary gates of the fortress with pride. The guards at the post jumped in surprise and announced the arrival of the princess, and more amazingly still, the queen as well. The large doors creaked open. Inside of the fortress, hundreds of Amazons rushed to form a procession by the entrance, all kneeling to welcome back their royalty. Loren stepped up to the bowing women with her hands on her hips. I have returned! I was told many suns ago that our queen, my mother, had gone missing, and that she was dead. I bring her to you now! Karen stepped forward, and the entire city seemed to apologize and cheer at once. All hail, Queen Karen! She held out her hand to quiet them. They all looked to her with fear of punishment for leaving her to die. My daughter was very brave in finding me. She has proven great strength and intelligence, where I have failed. I was your queen, but I do not feel worthy of this honor any further. Mother! A more fit ruler has presented herself, and I will relinquish my throne to my daughter within the season. The Amazons bowed to Loren. Hail, Princess Loren! Mother, I did not bring you back for this. You are their queen. I am a weakling. You have seen what I am. Karen blinked rapidly and looked away. I will prepare you for rule, and then you will be queen. You saved me, and I am grateful. This is what I want. When Breza approached urgently. Princess Loren, a very important guest, is waiting for an audience with you. When she could finally tear her eyes from Karen, she processed the message. Apolitotallynotgandalf is quick for an old man. Fine, tell him I will be with him in a moment's time. Loren went with Saren to meet her guests. Even though they had arrived back home and the mission was complete, Loren had not dismissed his service. Both seemed to ignore it for fear that bringing it up would definitely put an end to the partnership. They walked into the audience chamber and found two people that neither had been expecting. A woman clad in live vegetation and a blonde elven scout were standing together on the other side of the room. Saren was instantly taken aback by the woman's beauty. Could she be a fabled forest sprite? A druid? That would have explained her appearance. Who are you? Both of the visitors paused when they saw Saren. The elf was particularly sour to see a human, and kept a hand on his crossbow. I am Elder Druid Mirth. This is my brother, Ray. A druid and elf. Why are you here? We have never met. But I represent the Elven Nation. As you've no doubt heard, the Empire and the Elves are now at war. You've come to recruit the Amazons to your side. I suppose that is fairly obvious. I would not be here at this grim time if it were not very important. I do wish for support. But not of the entire Amazons. Just Princess Loren. Just me. Why? We know you have the Ember Blade, and we know it has recognized you. It is hard for outsiders to keep secrets in Elven territory. For a moment, the druid met with his eyes and caught him staring. Her cheeks started to glow ever so slightly. I'm sorry to say you traveled here in vain. I am not siding with the humans or elves. Princess, important guests have arrived for an audience. More? Your friends. In through the doors walked Apolitotallynotgandalf, and Amukiki not far behind. The druid and her elf jumped in shock. Agents of the Empire! Elven witch! Apolitotallynotgandalf raised his staff to cast an attack spell, but Ray shot a perfectly aimed bolt, knocking it from the mage's hands. In the next moment, Ray was tackled by Amukiki, while Mur had summoned vines to puncture through the floor tiles and grab Apolitotallynotgandalf's legs. Stop this madness! Yes! You will not battle within the Citadel! Within these walls, no wars exist. If you battle, I will eradicate you. Understand? My apologies, Princess Loren. I was not expecting the enemy. And I was not expecting filth! Listen to yourselves! You do not know each other, but have already committed to hating one another. These two men have not proved to be evil and worth killing, and I doubt the druid and her brother are either. Then you have not heard the horrible tales of what the Empire does to elves in their hands, or their plot to cleanse the whole world of them. Do you allow every aspect of your reasoning to be ruled by fear-mongering and lies? I will hear no more of this squabble. This war is your own fault. I am glad you brought that up. On my trip back to Grimoire, I have learned something very disturbing. The origins of this war are not what you expect. I wonder how you will twist it to paint the elves as the villains. Unfortunately, the villains are more intelligent than common elves. Ray reached for a belt to load his crossbow, but stopped when Loren bared her teeth at him. The elves that attacked our town were not elves at all. Elves attacked your cities. That is backwards. Humans attacked the forests. Perhaps it is both. Have you considered us? That neither of us attacked each other. I had to oversee the burial of 100 elves not too long ago, wizard. I am no state of mind for your barbs. If you could listen, I would tell you that no elven corpses were found after their ambush. Only the bodies of goblins. Using my magic, I was able to detect the essence of illusion, and I have put two and two together. The goblins merely looked like elven scouts when they attacked. So that means the humans that attacked the forest were goblins too. Precisely. The Empire did not instigate the war. Nor the elves, by that conclusion. I will have to agree. So if your magic is not mistaken, then only a demon could have organized these attacks. That magic is restricted to the Everburn Mountains. Demons? It's always demons. Faust. He is their leader. I have fought him in the past, and he is beyond ruthless. He is near impossible to kill. My comrades and I had thought what we had done so. It appears we were wrong. Furthermore, the council did not believe me when I presented this revelation to them. They will not believe that the elves did not attack us. They are so thirsty to slaughter us, then. I do not want this war, Archwizard. I will see it end by any means. I find no glory in this war either. If we can find a means to a truce, then we shall do it. That's an interesting, quick end to this sudden war. A brief moment of silence told Loren that the two of them needed to form an alliance, or else they would kill each other off for no reason. Saren's gaze bounced between both factions' leader, eager for them to come to the same conclusion. I propose we join forces against our true enemy. Apolitotallynotgandalf straightened. The demons, you mean? Yes. We may not see eye to eye, but a more dangerous foe is at large. Then we shall seek peace with our nations? The old wizard was silent for a long moment, and then reached out his hand toward the druid. She stared at it, and then reached out her own. They shook hands with each other, sealing their new alliance. Everyone in the room marveled at how their attitudes had completely changed, putting their personal vendettas aside for the greater good. I have gained a new party member! Mur! Druid. Murdruid. Druid Mur. Murdruid? Druid Mur. Murdruid! Druid Mur! Oh, I have lots more attribute points. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's do it that way. And she's got cool druid stuff, so I think I want to get that. Ah! This. This, and... I want to do Frozen. Yeah. Can the elves really work together with the humans? We must try, Ray. The only other option is to be attacked on two fronts rather than just one. Archwizard, the sword. Oh yes, Princess Loren's sword. The time has come to use it. Are you seeking to manipulate her to do your bidding? The sword does not need to stand just for the Empire. It could stand for our combined forces as well. This sword is dragging me into commitments I have not made yet. Is that all it will do? I want nothing more to do with it. You're throwing it away, but it has chosen you. A piece of metal is not going to run my life. If you want it so badly, you can have it. I have plenty of superior weapons here at the Citadel. You will never find a blade stronger than this one. Do not be a fool and throw it away. The world needs you and you are running away! If our armies are to fight as one, we need not only a fearless leader, but one who would not appear to be biased towards either side. With this sword, everyone would agree that the gods themselves chose you to lead us against the demons. Your Highness, they need you. That is not my problem. Then we will ask the Queen to lead. Queen Karen is a good substitute. Though she cannot wield the sword. This is absurd. You cannot have the Queen. That seems to be more like her decision than yours. Loren knew her mother would take up this role, if only as a means to kill herself. She cannot lose her mother to this. Your Majesty. Saren had difficulty bringing Loren's hard stare towards him. You need a little bit of force, Loren. The demons must be stopped. Once they are done wiping out the humans and the elves, they will come for you. We should take this war to them, and show them that the Amazons are not to be messed with. The demons are asking for a fight, and I shall give it to them. Amukiki, the sword. Is this your calling sword? Uniting these people to slay the demons responsible? I am sure of it, Your Highness. We shall see, I suppose. A historical alliance was formed then. The humans and elves had joined forces with the Amazons to lead one united army against the enemy who threatened them all. After some negotiations, both Apolitotallynotgandalf and Myrrh were prepared to take the steps to convince their individual. I am not speaking well anymore. The Citadel was designated as the base of operations due to it being the only neutral fortress in the land. The guests were all treated to a formal Amazon welcome and a peacemaking ritual, including great feasts, folk songs, and tests of strength. After a few hearty days of bonding, the Amazons had concluded that an alliance could be formed between the three cultures, and even the human and elf factions began to put their differences aside. You are very strong for an elf. I believe that was a compliment. All right. You're not bad yourself, for a human. I'm the greatest warrior in Grimoire. I'm not bad at all. Even the greatest warrior can fall from a single arrow. And then laughed. You're right. I should have the arrows on my side, even if I don't need them. You think brute strength is everything, hmm? Prepare to be proved otherwise. Is that a challenge, assassin? They paused, both sure that they were the superior fighter. Accepted. May the best elf win. You have gained a new party member, Ray, the thief assassin. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's an assassin. Fuck. This one. And this one. Leading strike. Headshot. Finish. Nearby, Draco grinned excitedly and turned toward Ramus, standing idly next to him. He held out his fist toward him. May the best elf win! Ramus just looked at the fire mage. Ordorf? What? Ordorf? What? Come on, let's make a cool challenge pact thingy too! Ramus grumbled and walked away, leaving Draco hanging. He pouted. Well, sucks for you, because you were just going to win anyway. Now I win. Draco wins. Ha! Yeah. Saren walked up to his mistress Loren while she was holding her final audience with Apolitotallynotgandalf and Mirth. So it is agreed. We shall both head back to our capitals to divert attention far away from the Citadel, and to convince our nations to put a stop to this bloodshed. Yes. I will help the Forest Elders see how we were so easily fooled. Princess Loren, you must come visit each of us immediately. If everything goes as planned, we need to introduce you to our respective councils and the new commander of the combined army. As the new commander. Speaking of which, I do not feel the Grimoire Council will be so readily convinced that the elves did not attack. I may need your help in convincing them. I will come visit you both as time allows. Your Highness, all preparations for departure have been made. Oh, Saren. Good. Stand in front of me. Yes? My first decree as the High Commander is to promote you to my second in command. Majesty. Kneel, Saren. You have proven your worth to me as an advisor. I will have it known that your commands are to be respected as if they were mine. Thank you, Majesty. My life is yours. The princess smiled, almost unexpectedly. As my second in command, you may call me less formally. Yes, Princess. Ma'am? The gesture was beyond comprehension. Was he no longer a slave? The feeling barely registered. An entire lifetime of being treated as just a lowly servant, and now Saren was given one of the highest honors he could ever obtain. Loren sheathed her sword, but it took Saren several more moments to stand again. I am happy for you. Back to our other matter. You need a token of the Empire to pass into Grimoire unharmed. The old wizard materialized a medallion from his robes and held it out to Loren. She instead nodded for Saren to take it. "This will let you pass in the Empire's land without much trouble. I assume the rogues and bandits who do not recognize our laws will attack you anyway." "That is a wise idea. I shall give you the Forest Blessing, so that those still loyal to the Elders will not strike you down. These will be useful. I will leave to meet with you soon." "I must be off right now, but I will leave Amukiki to you." "And I have convinced Ray to travel with you as well. Farewell, and be safe." I just realized something. No, wait, I'll wait a bit longer. The two faction leaders bowed and left the palace to depart from the citadel altogether. Commander Breza approached Loren and saluted her with a hand over her heart. "Your Majesty, the Amazons are ready to fight for you. Your allies are strong, and we will no doubt be victorious. But we should not turn down a chance to strengthen our numbers. There may still be more allies to be found hidden around Aravon. A group of peculiar elves were discovered by our scouts in the Orcish wastes, if you wish to investigate. They had a strange blue color of their skins. They're not common elves, so be wary, Princess. Thank you. You are dismissed." More elves? Allies? Sorry. Besides the dwarves, who could we recruit to our cause? I can think of no one of value. If I may interject, we have encountered several powerful people in our journey that I think would be useful to have on our side. Salzer, the monk from Mount Kronos, is a very strong unarmed specialist. He would likely be interested in helping us. There is also the shapeshifter Tambara. She may not see the point, but I believe we could convince her that even her isolated swamp is in danger. These characters are available to join your party only in the expansion, which will be released shortly after the main game is finished. When shall we depart? Tomorrow morning, at dawn. Be prepared, Saren. We have a war to end. Yes, ma'am. The celebration of the Queen's return had ended. The pacts had been made, and the party was ready to set off to fix what the demons had so easily broken. I gotta get me that expansion. Hey, this is RPGatWill. I hope you liked this episode of Loren the Amazon Princess. If you want to check out some of my other material, you can click on my channel link below, or you can even subscribe if you'd like. I like to do some silly songs on the side, along with my RPG work. If you want to see some more group-oriented stuff, there's another channel called Gaming Idiots TV that I take part in. That's where we do all our group stuff, so I'll provide a link below if you want to check it out there. See you next time.